How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are taking a look at the Android 17 and the Android 18 Sub EZA for the reps of Universe 17. These guys are getting their Sub EZA in the middle of a short little thank you celebration for Black Friday that we're getting here at the tail end of November. This is basically the last little bit of TEQ celebration that we hadn't yet received. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to take our time here, we're going to take a look at these guys. We do have them Max Link's Rainbow status, and honestly, we're going to try to run them together for the showcase, sort of a dual showcase, because they kind of want to be together in a sense. So let's take a look here. So the 17 has 170% attack and defense, an additional 17% per key sphere obtained, plus an additional 50% and defense 20% per tech key sphere obtained, right? So you do want to prioritize tech key spheres where you can. Plus an additional 50% defense when attacking, plus a medium chance of evading enemies' attack, plus an additional chance of evading enemies' attack 17% per rainbow key sphere obtained. Launches an additional attack that has a 70% chance to become a super attack when there's another Reps of Universe 7 ally attacking in the same turn, and has guaranteed critical hits when there's another Battle of Wits ally attacking in turn. So the thing about the Battle of Wits, right? If we take a look, I think we can actually categories, right? So if you take a look at the Battle of Wits, right? For Reps of Universe 7, that basically means other 17s and other Krillins. That's basically, I mean, there's a lot of characters here, but for Reps of Universe 7, you can see that basically means 17s, Krillins, and 18s, as well as the Gohan and Frieza and Gohan and Piccolo, and the Roshi. And then these guys, surprisingly, 17 and Golden Frieza. But otherwise, you know, it's basically 17 and 18. So we're actually going to run up a team that's mostly like this, with TEQ as the lead. So for this turn, now we won't get the, I think we can rock them in slot 1 for this one. I think we can get away with that. There we go. And then that way we get the Android support. So turn 1, 458k defense, not a whole lot, but I feel like next turn is going to look better, at least on the attack side, right? He does greatly raise defense for 1 turn, launch, and with the launching of the additional attack, we will be raising our attack for 6 turns. So, well, let's see. So let's grab the key spheres here. Alright, so we'll get the extra support. So with the extra support, not much better, but better. Alright, so let's see how we do. Hopefully, okay, we do get the medium chance of dodging. So 4 million on that opening attack, but of course we do recognize that the attack is not going to be his strong suit this turn. But let's see what he looks like next turn. Okay, not bad. Taking double digits through this phase, we can live with that. Alrighty. Okay, and then 17 and Golden Frieza go ahead and take it. So I feel like what I'm gonna want to do with them is get 17 and Universe 7 in their slot 1. I think for this event they can sort of pseudo slot 1 it if we play it right. Or we can actually just play, it might be better to just play Goku slot 1 for the dodge. I don't know, we'll see. Speaking of,
Goku! 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 Dad! Goku! It's up to you, Kakarot. Don't you fail.
alrighty, so now, yeah, let's go ahead and let's send them over. Is there support for 2 turns? I feel like it is. I could be wrong here. It is. Oh, man. Okay. Shoot. Because the 2 UIs are probably going to kill, which means we're not going to get the support. That's fine. because we'll have the in Android support on the next turn. So you know what? That's fine. All right. So see if this TEQ. Well, actually, if this TEQ UI decides to do the same thing the other one did and not get an never mind. Let's just say if he doesn't get an additional attack like the other one, we get the support and that works out. But never mind. Okay, excellent. All right, so on to the SDR phase here. So this one might be a little bit better for us, if only because he's actually weaker than the other one, but we don't have type advantage this time. So let's see. All right, let's put 18 in front here. So opposite 17, right? Opposite 17, Android 18 is basically doing all the same things, except she's more focused on defense, right? So got attack and defense 180% plus changing key spheres to TEQ key spheres plus an additional 30% per key sphere obtained, plus an additional defense 50% when receiving an attack, right? So for her, she doesn't necessarily need the TEQ key spheres. Now, she has a medium chance of performing a critical hit, plus an additional chance of performing a critical hit per rainbow key sphere obtained, up to 50%. She launches an additional check with a 50% chance of becoming a super attack when there's another Reps of Universe 7, and she also reduces damage received by 35% when there's another Battle of Wits ally in the team. So this turn, she's actually going to be kind of at her, well, not at her best because it's her turn 1, but she's going to be looking a lot better because we have 17 next to her. He does link probably the best with the 17 as well. Otherwise, with like the 18 and Krillin, although you're probably not using them. Now, like I said, opposite the 17, while he's raising attack for 6 turns, she's raising defense. So looking at their stats here, right, you can see 17's attack is a lot better than it was last turn, right? Even though we're getting, even though we did get less key spheres this time. So let's see here. We do have the 35% damage reduction. We get the extra defense there. Okay, perfect. So 6 million. Again, not that crazy on the attack. As we can see, she's not an attacker. She's getting mostly defense, right? So they're designed to be working together, whereas 17 is the attacker and she is the defender. In the non-showcase setting, right, you are probably okay, his attack's a lot worse this turn. We only got 5 key spheres, so that's to be expected. But we do get the additional attack, right? So we are raising that attack again. But they're designed to be working together. Ooh. Oh, okay, we'll take that. We get that chance to dodge since we do have the there we go. Perfect. So that works out. Plus we have the 17 and 18 support. So realistically, you're probably not going to run 17 and 18 with them, honestly. I mean, although it can work, but like I said, you're probably going to have like TEQ UI or 17 and Universe 7 here. So guess we just keep doing this. Yeah. All right. So because then that way they have the Battle of Wits. In case I decide to float off maybe the 17, I might do that next turn. Yeah, so the nice thing is, all right, 17 and Golden Frieza, while sometimes you do like to keep them on rotation, they are actually a great floater for this team, which makes them the perfect, which means you can keep 18, on rotation if you really wanted to. Otherwise, I mean, because of the Battle of Wits thing, and if you wanted to keep 17 and Golden Frieza on rotation, she also works as a floater. She won't have a 35% damage reduction on one of the turns, but that's, I mean, as a third slot floater, with the defense raising that she's getting, that's probably okay. There we go. Alright, and this drives us into the int phase. So this phase might be a little dangerous because now the attacks are a little bit stronger. 630k is what we're dealing with. And I believe they can super twice. So we might be dealing with some issues here. But let's see. I think these guys should be okay. Alright, we can grab 9 keysters here with 18. So yeah, we are going to have to float the 17 just to keep this rocking. But look at the difference in defense for the turn, right? That's huge. What does he get on the rainbow? 8. Well, actually, it won't make a difference. So, alright, let's do that. Alright, 17 million, we will take that, right? So, because now they're giving that super attack support. Alright, so we're getting that 30%, and then we get the 12 key too for that extra. Okay, this is really nice. And if we can get a second 12 key, yes. Okay, so they're actually going to be looking, both of them are going to be looking a lot better this turn. Still kind of worried about that super attack, but let's see what happens here. Couldn't super 17 post super. No, that would have been too easy. So again, 18 attack, not so crazy. We do get the addition. Oh. Oh. Okay, but double digits here, and these are 630k normals. Right, and again, attack. Not being able, so they want to be. So I am noticing this. They want to be together, but at the same time, there we go. We get the dodge. We'll take that. They want to be together, but at the same time, they also kind of don't, in the sense that they both eat up rainbow orbs that each other need, if that makes sense. Ooh, okay, so want to have to do. Well, I don't know. Could we kill here? We could, theoretically. If we get the extra supers, we could. Or we can just guarantee safety and transform one of the UIs. Could do that. Which, if we were going to do that, we probably should have just did the other one. Okay. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, that was a real bad play on our end. I fully admit that. I shouldn't have done that. But is what it is. At least this way we don't have to risk not dealing the... Can we dodge, please? Okay, thank goodness. Yeah, at least this way we don't have to risk not killing and then the androids eating up a super there at the end, which probably would have killed us, because that would have been the second super, meaning it's dealing 2.2 million damage. So at least this way, if it gets to that point, yeah, at least this way, if it gets to that point, TEQ can kill, or at least dodge it. Hopefully he actually dodges. Yeah, these guys aren't going to kill. And, well, but his super attack might. How much is it going to... maybe. We are type disadvantage. But the domain is up. He might not get any dodges. This might hurt. Oh, okay. Well, he's not critting, so... Okay, there we go. Alright, so he does actually pull out some dodges out of his butt. There we go. He pulls off one. That's okay. We're going to float him anyways next turn. This is not that big of a deal. Alright, so we're not going to get the rainbow orb support off of him, but we will get the 18 and the 12 key support. So looking at 18 this turn, we can see her raw defense is just under 100 is just under a million, right, at 900k, and then over 2 million on this, right? So, and then plus we have the golden Frieza in 17, so that means we've got our damage reduction. So 2 million defense with 35% damage reduction is actually pretty sweet, and that's not even factoring what she's about to get from the extra attack and defense that this guy's super attack support is going to give her. So, I mean, I would like to say that they're both good and both have uses, but I don't think you're running either, just based on the simple tests we're doing here, I don't think you're running both on the same team, as they kind of work counterintuitively to each other. That's the odd thing about them. I mean, if you were using items, I suppose it's fine. There we go. Nope. Come on, give us that one more. No, that's fine. I mean, at this point, she's not getting any more off of it, because I think we've done 6 super attacks already, so. Alright, and there goes the countdown. Alright, how much do the normals do this turn? Ooh, just under 700k. And what's our defense? Yeah, so even if we grabbed the defense here, we would still take a bit of damage. Okay. Alright, well, let's see what his attack is at. If we're lucky, we'll get an extra attack out of him. I mean, 2 million is still pretty good on the attack, so if we can squeeze out an attack, although I think he's capped out anyways, so, and no extra piece here. This is really bad chaining here. Okay. Darn it, UI. UI! What is going on? You have the domain up. Okay. Nah, he killed. Okay, that's fine. I mean, I'm pretty sure 17, like the 18, is capped out anyways on the defense, so... Or on his attack. Ooh, okay, so no Battle of Wits allies here, but... Let's see if she can slot one in here. 1.3 million. Alright, so, oh, that was with UI's domain, that's why. But, alright, with the orb support here, alright, still about the same. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, taking double digits. Again, 1.3 billion. What is this super?
Time to get serious.
It's 1.9. So we would have taken 700k, actually, with raw defense here.
Gonna go all out.
That's not that bad. I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for the orb setup, we would have thrown 17 and Universe 7 in front there, but with hers, you know, that's good. Right, because of course, right, if we had done that, gotten the support off, and then grabbed the key spheres, right, with UI's domain up, we would be looking at about, you know, 2 million as we saw the turn before, right? So, I mean, that kind of works out. 24 million here, okay. Bit worried about TEQ UI there. If only because he got one dodge the turn before. It's totally our fault. We should have transformed the slot 1-1. That's totally on us. Although, to be completely honest, looking at the amount of damage 17 and Universe 7 just threw out there, TEQ UI might just finish off between his super attacks and the crit, and the counters. Assuming we even get the counters, though. We've only got, what, a 30% right now? We do get the additional super attack. So, I mean, we could have totally juiced up 18 too, right? If the key spheres had landed a little bit better, we could have put we could have put UI in front. There we go. We do get the counter. We could have put UI in front, and then 17 in Universe 7, and then 18, and really juiced her up. But you know, we also might have accidentally killed too. So there is that with the number of attacks there in slot 1. So there you go. There is 17 and 18 on the reps of Universe 17. I definitely think 18 is the better of the two, and it is such an odd design. They want to be with each other, but at the same time, they also kind of don't. They both need those tech key spheres. 18, not as much, but I mean, with the way she's changing the orbs, you're more than likely going to need to grab the tech key spheres with her, in order to get the max amount of her passive out, right? But you can see with UI's domain up, with the Battle of Wits ally on the team, post super from 17 in Universe 7, we are talking over 2 million defense with 35% damage reduction. I think that makes her a pretty viable option, and honestly, right, like, being completely honest, I think she would work fine as a floater on the reps of Universe 17, provided at least one of your rotations has the Golden Frieza and 17 on it. I think that'll be... I mean, you know what? Maybe even not that, right? As long as one of the rotations at least has the 17 in Universe 7, because then you could be getting the post-super attack support, which I think would cover the excess or the loss in damage reduction. I definitely could see her working all right, especially if she's capable of hitting that 2 million defense. 17, on the other hand, I mean, the dodge is nice. It is pretty helpful, especially if you can get the rainbow key spheres with him. He's got a pretty decent amount of dodge. Defense, though, I mean, I understand what they went for, making him attack and her defense. It works well if you're running items, but when you're not running items, it leaves his defense a little lacking, right? If they had given him the 35% damage reduction the same way they had given the 18, I think it would have been okay. But the fact that he doesn't have that, and he's reliant solely on that raw defense from orb pickup when everyone else is kind of taking the orbs he needs, it's kind of rough. You could see the attack isn't bad though, right? So like if we had kept him on rotation instead of 18, we would see some pretty decent attack numbers out of him. The only issue going to be, as we saw, the defense is going to be a bit lacking. So it's a choice you got to make. So guys, that is it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let me know, who do you like running out of the two, 17 or 18? Do you think 17 is a little bit better than I'm letting on? Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh. Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.